So you give me a call and you say, hey, JP, I've heard a lot about those great schools in St. Johns County. Can you get me down there? But hey, listen, I want you to put me in a brand new community. I want it to be a luxury builder, okay? I want it to be in the best location. Let's make sure it's gated. I want resort style amenities that are exclusive to me. And I've heard a lot about that CDD fee. I don't want to pay any CDD fee. And JP, try to keep me under 600,000. Well, I'll tell you what, I got some great options for you, and believe it or not, I might be able to get you under 500,000. We're gonna take a look at those today. We are in Newbrook. I've got two awesome floor plans to show you, and yes, one of them is a 2-story, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage for under $500,000, and we're gonna take a look at that real soon. But before we do that, I just want you to take in the beauty of this kitchen. We are currently in the Oceana model. This one is set up as a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, but it's got a little bit of flexibility. So it could be a 3-2 with a flex space, okay? Primary suite is back there. I'm gonna give you a full tour of this. I'm just in this main living space, so I kind of want to get you oriented. There's the pantry, and that hall right there could be, that's gonna be, it's currently set up as a bedroom and bath, but that could be a flex, you know, and with its proximity to the main living space, to the kitchen, could be dining. You could also turn it into an office as well. So take a look at that. This would be the full bathroom that your guests have access to in this layout. And then here's your 4th bedroom. Again, you have an option to keep this as a flex space if you prefer to have a dining room, okay? As we come out of this bedroom, you've got your 2-car garage. I believe this is HVAC here. We'll take a quick peek at the garage because that's important as well. This is an epoxy coating on the garage floor. Okay, keep in mind that Toll Brothers really puts a lot of options into their model homes. Okay, so a lot of what you're looking at is not going to be standard. That's one of them, is the epoxy. The water softener loop, that is standard. Okay, flooring is going to be LVP or tile in the main living areas, and carpet in the bedrooms, okay? Let's take a look at the entry. Standard is 10-foot ceilings. You got a 12-foot foyer there. And on the right, we've got 2 bedrooms sharing 1 bath as well, and the laundry room. So we'll take a peek at the laundry room as well. Mud sink is also standard in all laundry rooms. All of these bedrooms are nice sizes, and they've got, they've got a step-in closet here. Pretty good size step-in closet. 10-foot ceilings downstairs, 9-foot ceilings when you get to a 2-story home upstairs. Obviously right now we're in a 1-story, the Oceana. So coming back out to that main living area where we started the tour, got a pantry. Obviously this glass door is an option, an upgrade. Oh, they've actually got that locked, locking me out. Hey, you know, that kind of reminds you, if you got a teenager, nice to have the ability to lock them out of the pantry, you know? Anybody out there getting eaten out of house and home? I got 3 boys, and oh my goodness, can they eating more than dad. Hard to spend too much time in this kitchen. It really is beautiful. In terms of design, this is one of my favorites. I love the backsplash. What I love about this is sometimes you can get a backsplash that is like, it's almost dizzying. The pattern is really kind of off-putting, and it takes away from the rest of the kitchen. The design, it kind of like steals the attention. Whereas this backsplash, you know, is kind of like a nice it's a nice accent that doesn't really steal from the overall look of the kitchen, right? It's not tacky at all. I love the different shades of gray and white in there. It keeps it very interesting, and it combines very well with the quartz that they've chosen. Obviously, you've got the gold finishes throughout as well that tie that together. Massive range. You know, you've got 6. I want to know how many of you guys out there are cooking and using 6 burners at once. I think maybe around Thanksgiving, maybe around Christmas, you could take advantage of those double ovens as well. And that's great because you do have a formal dining as an option in this place. All right, right back around to the left. And this would be what they call casual dining. We've got this nice mirror. Mirror always helps amplify the space a little bit. And then you've got your main living space. Again, keep in mind, standard is not going to be that decorative wall. You're going to have a smooth wall, which is nice. Not a lot of builders do a smooth wall. Obviously, those cabinets will be bonus. The tray is a bonus. And let me go ahead and take you outside. It's a beautiful day here in Florida. Come on down, get you some of this nice weather. And we've got a gorgeous extended patio. You know, they put a lot of money into these models because they really want you to see what all you can do. So this is extended to the max. Obviously, we have a really nice pool package with a sunning ledge and some fountains. And we are on a preserve lot as well. And then you've got the summer kitchen going on over there. So, I mean, you're all decked out in this one. Let me come on out here and give you a view of the back side of the house. Yep, even the back side is pretty attractive on this house. Hey, let's head back inside and take a look at the primary suite. And on our way back in there, I'd like to ask you a favor. If you like it, will you like it? If you like this video and it's bringing you some value and you appreciate it, would you just click that thumbs up for me? I would really appreciate that. Let me get you in here to check out the primary suite. After the primary, we're gonna talk about some inventory, some lots, and some more pricing on the Oceana here. So here's our primary suite. Now, on a lot of these primary suites, you can actually bump this wall out about 3 or 4 feet further, get yourself a seating area if that's what you like and if that's what you're used to. Okay. Let's take a look at the bathroom. This is 15 by 30 tile. That's standard in the bathrooms. Got a dual vanity here. Same color scheme from the kitchen. I like that scheme a lot. Blue, gold, and white. That's really pretty. Now, just so you know, when we're talking about the shower, you usually have 3 options. You can do a full wall-to-wall shower. You can leave a space here, like if you want to run some cabinets, or you can do a tub. So just keep that in mind. All right. WC there. And then we've got a walk-in closet. It's kind of got 2 little sections in there if you want to kind of make it a his and hers inside of one closet. Honey, your stuff goes over there. And all my stuff is over here, right? Got these nice custom built-ins. Obviously, that's an add-on as well. And there was one other thing I wanted to mention in regards to the flexibility of this floor plan. If you did want to have this as a multi-generational kind of living setup, you have the bed and you have the bath here, You know, if you wanted to, shoot, just throw a pocket door on here, or run it all the way to the top and throw a barn door on there. And that would kind of create a separate multi-generational living suite. Of course, you'd have to get in and out of the garage, but you know, could bring in some added functionality to the house. Okay, let's take a look at pricing real quick on these. Look at my little paper here. So in terms of quick move-ins, we've got one that started at $625 and is now down to $559. And you've got another quick move-in started at $600K and it's down to $569. And if you do want to build your own on a lot, there are 3 lots to choose from right now. Keep in mind, this is phase 1. There'll be more building to come. Those lots range from 15 to 25K. And this plan starts at $559,000, and build time is about 10 months. Okay, y'all, one thing I wanna show you as we head over to your other option is we're currently in the model home section. There are 4 model homes right now. Okay, you've got over here, you've got 50, 60, 70 lot sizes. I want to head out here right here so that we can talk over the different elevations that are available on these houses and what they kind of look like. Also keep in mind that you'll never find 2 of the same houses back to back, which really helps break up the neighborhood and make sure it doesn't look cookie cutter. So let me go ahead and turn you around here. Okay, so this is the Oceana that we just came out of. This is the modern coastal, okay? The shutters are a dead giveaway on that one. Next to we have, this floor plan is a Samuel, and this elevation is called the modern farmhouse. You can tell by the garage door, right? That's kind of a dead giveaway. And you've got a little bit more variety in the siding, okay? Up top, you've got some vertical paneling, and then down low, you've got this horizontal cementitious siding. Whereas on the modern coastal, it's pretty much all that horizontal siding, all right? Then over here, anytime you see stone on the bottom, we're talking about a transitional is what it's called. Yeah, so you can see that. And again, there's a lot more variety in the siding. So we have some paneling up top, some, you know, kind of rectangular paneling, horizontal and vertical siding. And then you've got the stone. And this is one of my favorites. I did a video on this one if you want to see it. I think it's a 70-foot lot. This is the Jewelington. And again, this is the modern coastal look as well. Okay, so I hope that helps you get an idea of the elevations and what different kind of options you can get here. We're headed over to the other side of the neighborhood to take a look at the Cypress collection. Those are 40-foot lots. That's where I got this gem just under 500K that I really want to show you. Now, before we leave this area of model homes, I want to show you what's right next door. And that's going to be the future amenities of Newbrook, right? Remember, it's exclusive. Not every neighborhood has exclusive amenities. So let's talk over the amenities in Silverleaf and what else is around this great location. First of all, Newbrook, as we mentioned already, is a gated community. Okay, it's exclusive to Toll Brothers, and it is part of Silverleaf, which is one of the fastest growing master plan communities in the United States. You know, precisely because of this great location and the access to top-rated public schools. But you also got the beach, you got the river, and you also got room to grow. I mean, this place is still growing a lot. So if you get in still somewhat early, especially in Silverleaf, you're going to have quite an equity boom in the future. Okay, so focusing now on Newbrook, it's this right kind of long, skinny looking neighborhood between 16A and Silverleaf Parkway. So the first thing you know right away is that you've got 2 entrances in and out of the neighborhood, which is great, which kind of keeps traffic and congestion lower and easier to commute to wherever you need to get to. All right, and just to highlight, you know, I just showed you where the amenity center was being built. being built, okay? And that's right here on this section next to these model homes. These are the 4 model homes, and that's where that is, okay? If we scroll out and take a look at the whole neighborhood, up here at the front, this is the townhome section. I also made a video on the townhomes if you'd like to see that. This section here is 40-foot lots, okay? This section is 80-foot lots. And then to the southeast of River Beach Parkway, okay, River Beach Parkway runs all the way from 16 to Silver Lake and splits the community in half. On the southeast down here is the amenity center and a mixture of 50, 60, and 70. I also have a video on that if you'd like to check that out, okay? So kind of scrolling out, let's take a look at Silverleaf in general. We'll get a better idea of what the master plan community looks like. And it's huge, 11,000 acres. There'll be 18,000 homes in here. All right. So Silverleaf Parkway, it kind of goes down to 16. That's one edge of it right there. And it goes all the way up to, I don't think that community is part of it. What is that? No, it starts right there. Okay, so let me see if I can get it all the way on there so we can kind of get an idea. Okay, that's about it. Okay, you got this big circle and you got these big communities off of that circle, right? And tons of different builders, tons of different different houses and floor plans to choose from, obviously. Okay, so you're gonna have an amenity center there, but what if you're like, JP, I want to move in, the summer's coming up, like that amenity center isn't done, I want to have access to a pool, maybe I'm not going to have pool in my backyard, like where are the other amenities? Well, do not worry, my friend. Right over here, and you can see how close that is just down the road, this is the original Silverleaf Amenity Center, okay? There it is, right? You can see you got pickleball courts, tennis courts, pool, and pretty much everything you want, splash pad there. And right next to that, you have some commercial business space. So there's some stores there, there's some restaurants, there's some services there as well, okay? In the future, right across from there is going to be a huge super target public, super target shopping center and tons of other retail shops. So I don't know exactly when that's coming, but it is coming. And then if we look down here in this big open section right here between Silverleaf Parkway and St. John's Parkway, this is going to be the largest Publix in the state of Florida. Publix is a great grocery store. Right here, you're going to have 2 hospitals, brand new hospitals, Wolfson's and Baptist Children's Hospital. Right here in this nice little section is going to be a K-8 school, specifically for Silverleaf, and that's coming in 2026. Speaking of schools, the other schools are not far away. They're right around this area here. In fact, I could probably find them, but I don't want to waste your time. Yeah, there was one, Wards Creek Elementary School. There's Tecoy Creek High School and Passetti Bay Middle School, something like that. They're right around there, okay? So it's a really good location. You're not going to be far from anything. Obviously, you've got the river, so you can hop down on the river. You can head out to St. Augustine, historic St. Augustine beaches. Head on up to Ponte Vedra beaches, Michler's Landing right there. And then there's Jacksonville, okay? So you've got a big metropolitan city with an international airport and a lot more shopping and retail. So pretty much you've got everything. So I kid you not, this is a really great area. It's growing quickly. Silverleaf does not have any community development district fees, right? So you always got to look at HOA and CDD fees and really calculate, what is this going to cost me to live there to maintain these amenities. Keep in mind on Zillow, it will tell you an HOA, but will not tell you a CDD fee. So make sure you reach out to a realtor so you can know exactly what the fees are like. So no CDD fees in this area. And that's one of the things that people really love about it. And it will have multiple amenity centers. Not all of them are private. This one in Newbrook is private. This one up here in Brook Forest by Dreamfinders is private. There's one up here. I think these are ICI or David Weekley homes. And then pretty much the other 3 or 4 are public and open to anybody that lives in Silverleaf. Okay? All right. I hope that helps you. Let's get back out there. Let's shift gears. We are in the Cypress collection. These are 40-foot lots, and this is the Halcyn. Right now, this very house is for sale at $499,990. And I bet if you give me a call, we can even get you a better deal. Remember, this one's set up currently as a sales center. That's why it looks like that, but it'll be a garage. Let's go in and check out this floor plan. And let's talk about what we're giving up, right? We're getting a great price, under $500,000. But what's the trade-off, right? The space is pretty much the same. So let's talk about it a little bit. First of all, a little bit of your space is going to be taken up by this awesome 2-story foyer, right? And obviously in this one, since we've got stairs, we do have understairs storage, but we're losing the convenience, right, of having everything on one floor. So the Oceana was everything on one floor, right? Just to remember that. Okay, we're coming into our living space. We still have a big living space. We've still got an awesome kitchen. We've still got a casual dining spot. Believe it or not, we still even have a flex space, okay? And guess what we've got here? Something that we cannot get in the Oceana, which is a half bath, okay? So got a drop zone there. That's going into your 2-car garage. And take a look at how they've outfitted this flex as an office space. Okay, so remember, office or dining, super close to your kitchen. All right, let's go in. Speaking of kitchen, this is also gorgeous. Obviously, these cabinets are all upgrades, but one of the things I like about this even better is those uppers, right? I don't really want to dust up there. I'm probably one of the only people that can kind of reach this. Being 6'7" does have some benefits. It's true that you can't buy pants in a normal store, but hey, you can reach cabinets and change light bulbs. Love those light fixtures. Let's go ahead and take a look outside. Okay, this is going to be your normal patio size, right? You're going to have normal covered patio, and this has been extended, and you've got this massive outdoor pool package and seating area. And we'll take a look at that just so you can kind of see what's possible. Water to preserve here on this lot, so this is definitely a premium lot. Keep in mind for the future, they are going to sell these models. That's one of the last things that they will sell. Will be available, okay? And we're going to head back in. Now, before we go upstairs, let's look at pricing, okay? Obviously, I showed you one already that, okay. Alrighty. So there are 2 quick move-ins. One started at $555 and is now down to $499. That's the one that I showed you from the outside there. And there's another one that started at $577 and is now down to $539. There are lots available, lots of lots, okay? And there's even some $0 lots, so no addition to the starting price plan, which is $499. Build time is about 10 months. So there's lots of options in terms of lots available. And, you know, like I said, some are even $0 lots. All right, let's head upstairs. Upstairs to me in this plan is, I don't know, it's perfect for me. I got 3 boys. So I would love to have this loft space. Again, this is something you gain. You still have the same amount of space as the other house. It's just which which do you want? Do you want a loft or do you want to have an additional bedroom? That's the real key. Okay. So you got this loft and then you have all your bedrooms upstairs around the loft. So we've got 9-foot ceilings in here. Looks like we got a little step in, not a walk-in, okay, but a step in closet. Laundry right off the loft. And always nice to have a window in your laundry room. Bring some light in there. Nobody likes to do laundry, you know, in a claustrophobic, dark environment. You got the mud sink, standard. And let's just take a look from our balcony, our views down into our house. I mean, it's really pretty feel. You know, it's obviously different than the Oceana, but you know, for under 500,000, man, it's hard to at least not consider if this layout can work for your family. Again, these bedrooms are a little bit on the small side. Okay, obviously that's why they have this one set up the way that they do, right? To highlight the fact that there's a little bit smaller space, but you could probably have a single or maybe bunk beds in this room. What we got here? Is this AC? Yep. Attic entrance there. This is the bathroom for upstairs. Dual vanities. Okay. Glass door pantry. And I also really like the layout of this master. I'm loving this smooth jazz we got going on. Making me feel jazzy. And this is a heck of a view, right? Whoever gets this model is gonna love this. That's gorgeous. All right, let's pop the light on here. So we got, this is a nice sized closet. I know, like it honestly feels bigger than the Oceana. You know, the Oceana was kind of like two boxes next to each other. And this is like one big rectangle. So this feels bigger. It would not surprise me if the dimensions of this are bigger than the Oceana. Okay. And pop the lights on here. All right, no tub in here. And I don't think there's any option to get one with the way that this is laid out. Okay. All right, so remember, we've looked at two options that are $600,000 and less. They're about the same, 2,100 square feet. They both have 2-car garages. One's got 3 bedrooms and one has 4. And those are the basic differences between these. Okay, if you like this neighborhood and you like this builder, but you want to check out some bigger houses, check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm JP, your Silverleaf expert. People before property.